guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing the second entry of my movie, TV, and book journal. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. All right, so before I forget, I haven't featured him as much as I used to, and that's because he used to be perched there, but this is our friend Bucky, and he's moved one shelf over, and so while he's always here and he's always watching me, unless I see him in my direct line of sight, which is right here, I don't remember to bring him in to the shot. So I did want to say hello to all of you from Bucky. He has been featured in the past, and as I'm both journaling, coloring, and even watching TV, and yeah, even when I'm sleeping, he's there watching. So he's always there in the background. All right, so this is the Primrosia journal that I had picked up from Amazon. I'll go ahead and link it below. And I wanted to show you the next entry in this. Now, I do have a video on where I showed this before. It did end a little extra, and spoiler, this one's going to end a little extra as well. But instead of having this as a proper movie, TV, and book tracker where I'm tracking the number of episodes or things like that, I just want to have a place where I can play with some watercolors or some pens or some color pencils, do a quick synopsis that I have watched something or read something, and then just keep it in here because this is a journal that is made for watercolors, so I think it would be really appropriate to use those type of mediums in here. So that's our introductory page. Now, when I was putting it together, you may have wondered why I didn't start out with the Bridgertons, because by the time I had this, I had at least started the series. But I wasn't really sure on how I wanted to do the artwork on the left-hand side of the page. And so I started with this because this I found to be easier to put together. And so this was the very first review that I did. And this is what we're going to be reviewing today. Now, what I did for this page was I did just map out the box, and then I put some washi down, and it was just to try to keep it as crisp as possible. As you can see, there are some spots where it bled over, but still, I think the overall look is good. And I used these Sangria watercolor pens. I'd actually won them in an Instagram giveaway, and I found that they worked quite well. So I am very interested now in picking up the Primrosia watercolor pens because they have a lot more colors. It's warehoused in a nice, neat system, and I think they just work a little bit easier than getting out my watercolor palette. And so what I did was I did the wash behind this first in the blues and the purples. I did print out some things from the internet, and I was trying to recreate that background aspect there. And of course it's not perfect, but it does give you the same feeling. And I knew I wouldn't be able to freehand draw this. So what I did was I printed out a bigger piece that I thought would fit. I put this down and traced around it. I did put in some of the white highlights just to give you an idea of what this should look like. I don't want to add anything that I am gluing in or stickers or washi, and so I felt this was the best compromise. Now, his profile definitely makes sense. Until I put in the white, her profile absolutely did not make sense. So while I'm not happy with the overall results, I think it does convey the imaging that I wanted it to. For the white here, I used both my white Jelly Roll pen as well as my Boxin silver pen, and it's not popping as much as I'd like. So I might need to break down and get a Posca white pen, and then I think it'll pop a lot more. Now, I could have gone along the lines of the light and dark here. But because I had done the background wash, there's actually underneath here a greens and blues and purples. And so I just colored it fully in with my black Tombow pen just to, again, get the silhouette aspect. And that's the best compromise I could do for that. But considering how much water I put down for the background and then the black on the page here, there is absolutely no shadowing on this side. Now the page has buckled a little, but I only did this like an hour or so ago. So I think once I've closed this up and it sort of compresses, I think that will straighten out quite nicely. And so I like that idea of using something that's very iconic and putting it down so that you get the perspective. I think I could have executed this a little better, but given my own, I don't want to say talent, but given my own skill level, that was the best that I could do by way of my own coloring and painting and whatnot. I did write a quote down from the movie, and it says, "We have fooled them into thinking we are courting when really all along we simply enjoyed each other's company so much we could not stay away from one another." And that's from Simon Bassett, the Duke of Hastings. All right, so now we're going to get into the extra part of this. And if you didn't see that video, you're about to be amazed or something. But I'd love to know what you guys think. I think for this next one, I might do Wonder Woman 1984 or Tuesday Mooney Sees Ghosts, or whatever that title is, because this really is just going to be a log of all the things that I've watched or read. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned for Lady Hannah Downs' review. And as always, aloha. Dearest readers, The Bridgertons is a series on Netflix debuting December 25th, 2020 that follows the exploits and escapades of the Bridgerton family in Regency, England. The series is based on the novels of Julia Quinn and produced by Shonda Rhimes. Daphne Bridgerton, the eldest daughter of the Bridgerton family and deemed flawless by none other than the Queen herself, is looking for a marriage of love. Simon Bassett, an only child and the Duke of Hastings, is looking for anything but. Can our hero and heroine find what they are truly looking for, or will outside forces, emotions, misunderstandings, and society rules keep them apart? Watch the series to find out. Now, you may be a bit quizzical on the 4 of 5 hearts, my dearest readers, that I've rated this series. Being a woman of a certain age, the long-suffering looks and the drawn-out plot of will they or won't they was at times tedious. To be young again. Yours truly, Lady Hannah Down.